Attorney General Pam Bondi says the information on an attack in Yemen sent by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth was sensitive, not classified. President Trump standing by Hegseth despite growing calls for him to resign. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington with more.
Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth not responding to reporters' questions today after his military attack messages inadvertently sent to a reporter were published.
Mr. Secretary, are you still using Signal?
The messages published by The Atlantic include exact times of when fighter jets would take off, when strike drones would launch, when the first bombs would drop, and when sea-based Tomahawk missiles would be fired.
It was sensitive information, not classified, and inadvertently released. And what we should be talking about is it was a very successful mission.
The messages were sent to President Trump's national security team and the reporter, hours before the strike was carried out against Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen earlier this month.
We are making changes. We are looking into the matter to ensure it can never happen again.
The information was sent on the encrypted messaging app Signal, which the Pentagon found in 2021 to be an unauthorized means of communicating sensitive information. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the chat was set up so Trump's national security team could coordinate communication with members of Congress and foreign leaders.
This was a sort of description of what we could inform our counterparts around the world when the time came to do so.
Growing calls on Capitol Hill from Democrats for Hegseth to resign or be fired.
This is classified information. It's a weapon system, as well as sequence of strikes, as well as details about the operations.
Communicating these sorts of things in Signal is not okay.
Trump standing by Hegseth.
Should Secretary Hegseth consider his position over the Signal?
Hegseth is doing a great job. He had nothing to do with this.
A lawsuit has been filed against 5 members of Trump's cabinet who were in the group message. They are accused of violating the federal law that requires them to preserve government records. There's a hearing this afternoon in Washington. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.